Hello everyone, Astrology Marina here, and today we are talking about Saturn scenario of relationship. What kind of relationship it is when Saturn is playing huge role in this. We will have a look what are the pluses, what are the minuses of this scenario, okay? But first we'll have a look who is prone to go through this and when exactly, yeah? And which possible situation can lead you to experience this, okay? Saturn is the planet of self-discipline. It's about maturity. It's about hard work, making career, making something like stable stuff in your life, yeah? It's about responsibilities. It's about fulfilling duties. It's about hard work, not delegating this, but doing this by yourself and fulfilling as many duties as possible. So this is Saturn. It's kind of like a freezing cold energy in the whole horoscope, but without Saturn there won't be any like strict plan what we are doing in order to make a career, in order to get a stable, I don't know, household. If there are no rules and instructions, it would be chaos, okay? So Saturn is needed, but in what proportion it is in your natal chart. Let's have a look how what kind of things we are looking at natal chart in order to see how Saturn will be influencing your relationship, okay? First of all, if Saturn in your 7th house of horoscope, especially on the cusp of 7th house of horoscope, yes, you are prone to go through Saturn scenario of relationship. Also, if Saturn is the ruler of 7th house of horoscope, also if Saturn is the planet in 7th house of horoscope, if Saturn is in aspect with the ruler of the 7th house of horoscope or with the planet in your 7th house of horoscope, yes, you will be prone to go through a Saturnian way of relationship, Saturn scenario of relationship. Also, 2 planets in male horoscope, it's Moon and Venus. They are responsible for him to choose his partner, girl, yeah? So what kind of girl he will be choosing, yeah? So if Saturn in male horoscope in aspect, in some angles, yeah, with these planets, then he will be prone to go through Saturnian scenario. And in female horoscope, these are planets Sun and Mars. These 2 planets are responsible for her to choose the partner, to choose a man in her life, yeah? And if these planets in female horoscope with aspect from Saturn, also she is prone to go through Saturn scenario of relationship. Well, and the last case, if Saturn is very developed, very strong, special significant position in your natal chart, for example, Saturn on ascendant, or Saturn in 1st house of horoscope, or Saturn in aspect with all your personal planets. Personal planets, it's Sun, Moon, Mercury, Venus and Mars, yeah? So if Saturn that significant, or at the top of Tau square, for example, yeah, or on the top of kite, for example, yeah, yes, Saturn will be very important in your horoscope, and of course this planet will affect your relationship as well. Well, also certain type of relationship might happen when in prognostics, yeah, Saturn is on your 7th house of horoscope. You know what is prognostics, yeah? This is your natal chart, and we are looking what transiting planet. Planets never stops, yeah? They are always moving, yeah? So we are always looking, when we are making prognostic, your individual prognosis, how transiting planet affecting your natal chart planet, yeah? Well, when Saturn, transiting Saturn, stops on the cusp of your 7th house of horoscope or goes through 7th house of horoscope, then of course you are going through Saturnian scenario of relationship. We are talking about this just in a second, yeah? Pluses and minuses. What is this relationship all about, yeah? Well. Also, if Saturn in some aspect, I mean transiting Saturn in aspect to the cusp of 7th house of horoscope or rule of the 7th house of horoscope. Also, 5th house of horoscope, it's about our love, romances as well. Yes, there are many other things in the 5th house of horoscope. It's our creativity, it's children as well, it's where we are getting pleasure from life, our hobbies as well, etc. But romances as well. So part of relationship, we are looking through 5th house of horoscope as well, yeah? So if Saturn on the cusp of the 5th house of horoscope, or going through 5th house, or in aspect to the planets in 5th house of horoscope, or ruler of the 5th house of horoscope, also can be developing scenario, Saturn scenario of relationship, yeah? Well. And there is one more thing to mention. It's about synastry, yeah? It's when your natal chart and natal chart of your partner, we are just like putting together and looking how planets of one correspond to the planets of the other person, yeah? And if Saturn of your partner in aspect to the ruler of your 7th house of horoscope, or to your main planet, which are responsible for your vitality, joy of life, for example, moon, sun, Venus, yeah? Then, if Saturn, especially in conjunction, then of course it will be Saturn scenario of relationship between you and this particular person. And at most difficult it is when Saturn in conjunction with the moon of the other person, because Saturn is a freezing energy and moon is the planet responsible for your feeling happy or unhappy, comfortable or uncomfortable in your life, yeah? So if Saturn is freezing this energy of yours, of course it will be only a Saturn scenario of relationship developing here, yeah? But you have to know that Saturn is not only bad, yeah? Sometimes it's bring maturity, understanding life more, you know, seriously, yeah? Ability to make serious plans, yeah? Ability to put high level of standards in front of you and focusing on this reaching results, yeah? So sometimes people needs this discipline, needs this hard lesson in order to be more mature about their life, in order to be able to plan seriously and to reach the goals they want to reach, yeah? Okay, now it's the time we are describing what it is, Saturn scenario of relationship. Let's begin with pluses, yeah? Let's begin with pluses. First of all, people might be really cemented with each other. People are really serious about their relationship, and they are not the people, okay, if I put an effort in this one, if I invest already some energy in this one, how can I lose this resource, investment or whatsoever? So they are sometimes together not because they love each other, because there is, I don't know, fantastic sex or whatsoever. No, sometimes it's absolutely material things, material concern, material values which are prevailing here, yeah? And people are together because they are together, because they have business together, because they have property together, because they have some contracts together, because they have children to raise together. There are some obligations and duty and hard work to fulfill together. They are partners, like business partners, yeah? And sometimes it's so concrete, such a strong glue that this relationship can be really, really, really stable. Okay, so yes, you could say, come on, where is romance, where is love, where is butterflies in your stomach or whatsoever? With Saturn, pragmatic values, pragmatic view of the whole things of a relationship is more important here. Okay, but the great thing is when there are good aspects towards you know, for example, your Saturn on the cusp of 7th house of horoscope, yeah, for example, there are good cusp from Jupiter or Venus or whatever, you can really, really accumulate a lot in this relationship, because all the couple will be about accumulating money, getting richer, getting status, etc., etc., and we are together as a team. So you can be really, really prosperous, you can reach really, really fantastic level of social status and everything in your life. So it's not so bad sometimes, right? Well, right. Also, second thing, it's about maturity and responsibility. Usually partners with Saturnian scenario already built in natal chart, they are so responsible already at the beginning. Yeah, sometimes with other people responsibility is coming, you know, a little bit later or not coming at all. But when people with very developing Saturn features in natal charts, usually they're taking the relationship really, really seriously, yeah, and they are okay to take responsibility over their partner on their shoulders. That's okay, that's fine. So Saturnian people, type of people, they are not afraid of hard work, they're not afraid of fulfilling duties, they are okay to put this burden for someone on their shoulders. They are okay with this. Okay, so this is really good side of Saturn, right? Also, this kind of people will be tending to make official relationship. For example, sometimes people having children, living together for years and years, and they never get married, registered or whatsoever. No, certain type of relationship, it's about registering everything officially, yeah. And this is also contract, like a business contract. That's how they are taking this, you know. And this is good at some point, right? Because it gives you security for your children. I mean, I'm talking to the girls now. Also, it might be just physical factor, like your partner is older than you, minimum 7 years older than you. Yes, it will be always also Saturnian type of relationship, and this is good as well, especially if in your natal chart Saturn, for example, in opposition with your moon or with your sun. Of course, you are built already like this. You can't enjoy your life completely, yeah, because Saturn is always like responsibility, hard work, instructions, rules, always like hanging over you, yeah. And if you are marrying a partner with the same age, I mean, it will be Saturn at the same position in his natal chart, and it will be in a position to your sun or moon like your natal Saturn, yeah. Because if you're born at the same year, for example, Saturn won't be it's a slow planet, yeah. Saturn will be at the same position, yeah, I mean degree of this or that sign. That would mean that his Saturn will be also in a position to your sun and moon. So for you exactly would be even advisable to marry partner at least 7 years older, yeah, or younger, but Saturn will be already going from this position, and it won't be in the position to your natal sun or moon, yeah. Well, also, great thing about Saturnian scenario, when people are mature about their relationship and they are making effort to solidify this relationship. This is really, really good as well, yeah. So they are okay to give an effort to work hard on a relationship if they see that their partner is investing the same amount of effort, and we are getting stronger together. Really good. And the utmost beautiful thing about this, the last thing, the last plus, is that your partner will be able to serve you, to look after you if something happens to you. For example, there are hard situations sometimes happening in your life, yeah? Someone is getting through car crash, for example, or getting some injuries or this or that, or stroke or whatever. Life is not perfect. Such things happening, right? And if you are like getting disability or whatever, your partner will be still okay to look after you, because Saturn is solidifying relationship really good, yeah? Not on romantic level, not on sexual magnetism level or whatever, but duty and decency, yeah, and respect to each other. And this is really fantastic. I love this so much, me personally. And let's have a look about minuses, about negative side of this scenario, Saturnian scenario of relationship. It's about coldness, it's emotional coldness and distancing from the partners, of course. Especially it's harder when we are talking about prognostics, yeah? For example, in individual prognosis of your partner, for example, Saturn is reaching the point of his 7th house of horoscope, and immediately you are feeling like a coldness coming from him. There is no connection, emotional connection anymore, yeah? You feel that you can't reach him, yeah? But again, guys, that's what astrology is for. You have to look what is going on there. It's not permanent, okay? It's a temporary stuff. You have to be foreseeing things like that happening, yeah, and put this energy into some work or some career goals or whatever, and this would be perfect. He will be burning his Saturn perfectly well in some other territory. Don't make like dramas, oh, you don't love me anymore. No, Saturn doesn't like dramas or whatever. And it's the time when you just have calmly wait aside. This period of time will pass, okay, and everything will come back to normal, or maybe not. You know what, Saturn, especially when transiting Saturn, is on your sun, on your moon, on the cusp of 7th house of horoscope, on the cusp of 5th house of horoscope, or with some hard aspects to the ruler of 5th or to the ruler of 7th, you would feel something changing inside of you, yeah? You would feel, I don't want this partner anymore, I want something else in my life or whatever. But again, Saturn is giving you sober look, vigilance about this or that situation. Really strong couples will go through this hardships, will go through this hard period of time, and will be even stronger, okay? But people who were, not that strong together, yeah, then they will be really at the position when they're distancing from each other. Well, one more thing, it's material values going first. It's the thing when people are putting material values first rather than love, and this can be problem, and this can be minus in Saturn relationship, in Saturn scenario of relationship. Sometimes people are going into a relationship because they are putting some kind of profit first. For example, I marry him because he's rich, I marry him because he has this career, I marry her because she is having this inheritance or whatever, or this social status or whatever. And this is negative side of Saturn. But again, how strong people can be together, this will be checked up when transiting Saturn will be in aspect for the ruler of 7th house of horoscope. And again, Saturn is not bad guy, yeah? Saturn is the guy who is pushing you to see the situation in sober way, yeah, to be vigilant, yeah, and to check how strong you are together, how you are able to make an effort and work hard on a relationship. Yeah, it's about maturity. And one more, last one, negative side of Saturn. It's about pessimistic attitude. Sometimes people with Saturn, very strong Saturn in their natal chart, they don't want even start relationship because they are like hermits. They just want to be alone, you know, just to concentrate on their own goals, on their own careers, on their own goals to reach, yeah, and they don't want any partnership, they don't want any romantic stuff in their life. They are looking at this already pessimistic beforehand, you know, the attitude to this. What's the point? It will go this or that way, whatsoever, and this is not very good, yeah. Well. But again, if astrology is not giving you like, oh, just be prepared, shit is happening. No, astrology is giving you the possibility of developing here, yeah? And you knowing how to use Saturn in a good way, like making career together, or solidifying our finances, or making fantastic business project together. We will be really, really strong together if we know how to use Saturn energy, okay? Not allow this coldness, pessimism, and distancing coming in, but being seriously together and working hard together on business together. That's it. And you will be fine, guys, okay? Thank you for watching me, Astrology Marina Magra, always at your service if you need personal consultation. On my YouTube, there is school already of astrology in 2 languages, in Russian and English. Just choose your language and you can learn astrology for free, yeah? And there is astrology on TikTok now, yeah, together with tarot advices daily. But also, if you see that it's too hard, you don't have time, you don't have patience, yeah, just go to a personal consultation. Consultations are not very expensive, and I'm making this in 3 formats, yeah. In video, you are digesting information, then can ask question. On recording voice messages, the same amount, my explanation about your natal chart, for example, or individual prognosis, also you digesting information, then can ask questions. Or if you are already good enough with astrology, we can just talk for 1.5 hours, and I'm answering all your questions about Synastry, how you're compatible, about your individual prognosis, or about your natal chart, what you are born with, what are your strengths, what is your mission, where you have to be vigilant, etc, etc. Ask me. You know how to find me. My information underneath this video, every video in info box. Bye for now. Have fantastic days, guys.